This is Caitlin Lefton, and this is my video of the heart. So the first thing that I want to point out on the anterior part of the heart would be the right auricle, and that is located right here. The left auricle is located right here. And the auricles help increase the volume of the atria. They're kind of like small wrinkled appendages, and they are on either side of the heart, just like I pointed out. The right ventricle is located right here, and the left ventricle is located down here. The ventricles are two of the four chambers of the heart, and they are located inferiorly and superiorly, and their major function is to help pump blood through the body. Then we have some of the arteries, and the first one is the brachiocephalic artery, and that's found right over here. I can stick my probe right inside there. And the brachiocephalic artery supplies blood to the right arm, the head, and the neck. The aorta is found right in here, and that's a very large artery. It's actually the largest artery in the body, and it stems from the left ventricle of the heart. Then we have the pulmonary trunk, and that's this part right here. You can see I can stick my probe also right inside that one. And the pulmonary trunk basically routes the blood to the lungs so that things like gas exchange can occur. Then we have the interventricular sulcus, and that's what separates the two ventricles of the heart. And it kind of, it marks the place where the septum separates the left and the right ventricles, and the septum we'll point out a little later when we actually open the heart up. And that concludes the posterior section of the heart. So, the anterior section of the heart. So we're going to flip it over and we'll look at the posterior section. You can see a lot of the same things. But one thing that I want to point out is the inferior vena cava, and that is located right here. And then the superior vena cava is right above it. The superior vena cava returns blood from the body regions that are superior to the diaphragm, and the inferior vena cava returns blood from the places located below the diaphragm. Then we have the right auricle, which is right here. I also pointed that out on the front. And then we have the right ventricle and the left ventricle. And we also have things that we pointed out earlier, the other arteries like the brachiocephalic artery up here, and things like that. So now we're going to open the heart up, and I'll show you some of the things inside.